Hey YouTube, we have Leonard here. Bringing guys and gals, Oshi no Ko, Season 3, Episode number 7. What is up, what is good? We have a nice crowd here over on Twitch. Link in the search box down below where I do my live reactions. Come through. Just talked about this for a brief moment on stream, but basically, Kana had probably one of the worst moments in the series. Kana followed it up last episode with arguably her biggest, or one of her, I will say this, I think it's her biggest W of the series. Because of where she was emotionally and the depth she was in, I think this is right there up there with like season 1 when Aqua's cheering her on and like Kana literally was like, I am the star of Bikamachi, even though that kind of has fallen off because she's not anymore. But like it takes me all the way back to them. Like this was a really, really big W for Kana to climb out the depths of what was a really bad situation. That paparazzi guy, literally, I wanted to like come in and punch the paparazzi. I could not. But again, it was just nice. Like I was full on expecting Aqua coming in and Aqua like bringing like Ruby back, and I was like, I don't even want that from a relationship standpoint. As someone who ships Aqua and Ruby, I really wouldn't want that because it's too toxic. It's too toxic. It's codependency. Not even codependent. It's just dependency on Kana's part. Sorry, not a codependency. So I was really happy that she fought her way out of it. It was also good that Aqua, by the way, trusted Kana and was able to see her fight her way out of it and be like, you see, she didn't need me. I thought all that was good. So I really enjoyed last week's episode. It was a big W. And now I'm worried because now we have Akane tracking down Hikaru, whatever his name is, which scares me. There's a figure at the end of the episode which seems to clearly be Aqua, who is allegedly, I think, tracking the heck. Oh, Crunchyroll, don't spoil me with thumbnails. I'm going to forget I saw that. Hopefully that wasn't relevant. Hopefully that was not relevant. Shoot, hold on. See, now I lost my own train of thought. I was thinking a whole thing and now it's gone. My response is gone. Now I remember. Anyway, I guess with that, episode is good from a production standpoint, music, art, voice actor, everything. Only thing is, by the episode, I don't want to watch it again. I hate Crunchyroll. The only thing worse than this episode is when Akane tried to suicide. That was a sad episode. By the way, can we stop holding... Yeah, massive L for Crunchyroll. Can we stop holding Akane near suicide against her? I hear this a lot, and I see it in the forums, and I try to ignore the forums. I hate when people try to attack Akane's character, and they try to use her suicide from season 1 as a means to attack her character. I think that's the weakest argument you can make. I mean, to take someone who's at their lowest of lows and to get to that point, I hate that. I mean, like, if you... This is a random tangent, but just hear me out, guys, and I promise I'll start the action and I'll stop at real world stuff. If you have ever known somebody who has either A, committed suicide, or B, gotten very close to the point of committing suicide, I mean, you wouldn't even dare make that comparison because you don't understand how low a person has to get to even put themselves in that position to where it's just kind of like they're willing to just end it all. Like, it's sensitive to me because I've known people. I knew someone who committed suicide, but not someone who I was like super, super close to. But I have had people that I was like super, super close to who came very close to committing suicide. It's something that's very near and dear to my heart. So I don't know. I see the stuff with like Akane, and I really hate that. I personally do. So I just want to get that out there. Maybe people be more mature. I hate that. The only say is to prove she is weaker than Kana from a will standpoint, but that's not fair. I earnestly do not think that's a fair sentiment. To call somebody weak from a will point standpoint because they're willing to kill themselves, I think it takes a level of human emotion out of it because you're not asking yourself what had to go down to get a person to that point. But anyway, I just want to get it off my chest. It is something that bothered me. So we'll begin. As I said before, I like Kana more than Akane. It is what it is. I mean, case in point, I'm a Kana stan. It is what it is. but I like both characters, and like there's certain things I see where it gets me annoyed. It really does. Why can't we all just be friends? But anyway, start this reaction in 5, 4, 3, 2. Why is my timer not working? Dang. L from Crunchyroll, L from my timer. My timer ain't working. My timer froze. Shoot. Give me a sec, guys. I just finished watching the episode. All I can say is oof. Oh no. Is this really? Let me just shut up. Let me shut up. Okay, let me just go. I'm going to start the reaction, everyone, literally in a second. I probably should have tested my timer before I monologued, because then I could have monologued while my timer was struggling. But as is life. Looking at chat, it's like condemning Kana when the adults were exploiting her when she was a kid. There's no point in doing so. She was a child. I completely agree. I completely, wholeheartedly, 100% agree. I might reset my timer, or I might just go without the timer. Minus 100 ore for what did I do? Wait, timeout. What did I do? It's my timer's fault. It's literally my timer. I did nothing wrong here. Okay, my timer's good. My timer's good. Okay. I did nothing wrong. Starting this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, shoot. Filter, hold up. No, the opening's playing. Come on, filter, chill. Where's my filter? Why is my filter not coming up? I'm not trying to get copyrighted. I got sent to the ad room. I'm so sorry, man. You know you can fix the ad room, and I hate to be that guy. You can fix the ad room by subbing. And you guys know, I'm the first one to say you do not have to sub. I appreciate everyone who subs. But I do tell people you don't have to sub. I do not, at least to my knowledge, control advertisements. I could make ads pop up, but any ad that you see is just Twitch being Twitch. I am not causing the ad. So that's not on me. Test me. My favorite part of the opening. Oh, I meant to comment on this. Based on the end of last episode, I guess we're back to letting Aqua cook, but not in a good way. Because clearly Aqua looks like he's ready for, like, if Aqua is in fact tracking down Akane for the reason I think he is, which is he suspects that she knows the truth or knows some semblance of the truth and hid it from him and is meeting with the killer, that's what I am expecting. I could be completely wrong, but that is what I anticipate and I expect. Oh, Kana. And of course, I don't have subs. Kana's in trouble. I was like, Ruby, no duh. Leonard turning his own audience. I did nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty dumb. Can't deny that. Apologize. Yep. Mm-hmm. And manipulating and saying all sorts of random nonsense too. Which means someone set you up. Oh, my neck. which means they anticipated you. Yep. And now Kana's thinking, think, Kana, think. Who would do such a thing? Think. Yep. Yep. Sometimes I think Mem regrets being in this group. Like, she doesn't, but sometimes I imagine she's like, True. At least you recognize Akana. It's all good. Memcho, console our girl. There we go. And by the way, I don't want to be this guy, but low-key, this is Ruby's fault also, but we digress. You guys can attack me, but that is my thought. Like, a lot of what caused this was Ruby's sudden ascent to fame, which Ruby has obviously orchestrated at the cause of hurting her overall group, and she kind of knows this. Ruby did nothing here. Ruby did everything. Ruby did everything. Why are Memcho and also Kana feeling super insecure? Because Ruby's going out of her way to try and hasten her ascent for clear purposes of revenge. So yeah, I'll partially blame Ruby. Hmm. Oh, half. Oh, Ruby's back. The good side of Ruby's back. Look at the halfway. That's trippy. She's like half dark, half light. It's Kurosaki's fault. It's 100% Kurosaki Ichigo's fault. Aqua? I love how they give like Ruby's eyes the different color. Now she's back to Dark Star mode. Which is do a swap. I'm glad you agree, Sarah. At least I'm not crazy. Is this the reporter? Yep, exactly. Sarah, 100%. Dozo. Why not? Facts. Bruh. But she's underage. The supporter's like, hey, that's your opinion. Oh well. This is so scummy. He's not wrong, but it's super scummy. Oh, Aqua's just like, yo, man. She's just a kid. He's just like, I sold my soul a long time ago, boy. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's just like, now give me the scoop. Give me that info. He's like, so you baited me. What? He's like, what? Trade? Trade? Is this about I? Okay, so Aqua's about to cook. Is it about I? Colin over here waking up just like, dang, it's over. Uh, James, I hear you, but that's a stretch. That is a stretch. It works out that this saves Kana, but the main reason, oh my gosh, is really to draw Hikaru. Yeah, that's not cooking at all. Kana's like, wait, what? You look at Ichigo! Ichigo's like, what? Oh, he ducks them! Aqua! Aqua! You doxed yourselves! Oh no! Aqua! Bro! You ruined Ruby too. Yeah, but James, you can't blame Kana for that. Chainsaw Man? Yeah. Who's the father? I just see Chainsaw Man top 3. And Akane. So now Akane knows something's up. Mm-hmm. Akane doesn't even know. I did not expect to see Chainsaw Man. Oh, Akane, no! Akane, stop! Yo, I feel so bad for Ruby, I'm not gonna lie. The heck's Akane about to do? Where's Akane going? Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Wait, what? Whoa! Wait, what is happening? Who are you? Whoa! Whoa! And where's the flowers? Aqua! Aqua W! Oh God, Aqua, thank you! Thank you, Aqua! What just happened? Who are you? Beat him up! Huh? Wait, but he pushed her! Huh? Huh? Did... Yeah, someone did push you. But someone... He pushed... But he did push her. Akane? Did he bug her? Oh, he was tracking her. Massive L for Aqua. Akane, exactly. Tell him. Dang it, Aqua! I mean, he's not wrong. Oh, shoot the knife! What? Akane! Akane! With a knife? Oh my, why is everyone taking L's in this episode? What are you people doing? Akane, shut up! Akane, shut up! Shut up! What is happening? I can't look at my chat. I can't. Facts. She's not wrong on that one. I'm looking at chat. Hold on. I need to catch up. Oh my god. This episode was the best episode for me. This is the best episode of the season. This went places. Okay, a couple things need to be said, guys. I don't know how to... He tracked her, he bugged her, so he's always known everything that was happening. And he knew about the Hikaru stuff because he's bugging her. That's bad. Akane was willing and ready to go and potentially kill Hikaru for Aqua. Which, sorry for Akane. Yes, that, oh god, this is bad. Can I just quickly say this as I'm just getting my thoughts together? None of this is good. Let's just be clear. You can make, and people may argue this, you can make an argument on both sides for Akane and for Aqua in terms of, well, this, but this, and then this, and then this. Nah, guys, this is just bad all around, man. Aqua literally invaded her personal privacy. He bugged her, didn't tell her, had a tracker and everything on that little thing, and never said anything. Guys, that's bad. Conversely, likewise, Akane, yes, we knew was keeping information from Aqua, fine. But he called her out, he's not wrong. She was going to do whatever it took, if it meant in her mind protecting Aqua, even if it meant her taking the fall, because in her mind she owes everything to Aqua. She was ready by having that knife in place. She was 100,000% in position ready to try and kill Hikaru if it came down to it. Thus, she had the knife and was ready to put herself in a dangerous situation. So, yes, Aqua saved her, which is great and good. But Aqua, you've caused this. You've created this animal. This is your fault. Likewise, Akane, you say all these things and but Akane, you're not mentally sane. That this, none of this is the way. On both sides, none of this is the way. None of this should have gone down the way that it did. And Aqua's right at the end of the episode, where it's just no more, and he's willing to sacrifice himself. But Aqua, it's your fault we're even in this situation to begin with. It's how can two people who are so smart, both at the same time, be so stupid in one episode? Let me look at chat. Let me read what I can. Rearranging, we can say now. In the manga, this whole thing happens before the scandal arc. Interesting. And in the scandal arc, he's already with the Black Stars back. Just in case he's doing that for revenge too. Not only to save Kana. This was chapter 900. Kana only returns the story, but they already adapted chapter. We're going to see her sooner than in the manga. Alright, that's a weird change. They're clearly playing. This is a weird change. I can go back and look at the manga, but I think I've said this before. At this point, I consider the anime its own thing. Because the anime is clearly changing stuff, which I'm fine with because the anime's been cooking. It's amazing how stupid all this is. But the reason why she's only stupid when it involves Aqua is because it goes back to what I said before about dependency, right? When I was talking the very beginning of this video about Kana. And I mentioned the fact that if Kana was crying out for Aqua at the end of the last episode, it would have been so bad because it would signify a clear dependency on the individual. I'm not saying you can't want Aqua, but the dependency thing is a problem. What is happening with Akane and this whole stupid behavior, it's not about I need to defend myself in case I answer Hikaru. It was the dependency issue of I want Aqua to be safe, fair, so I'm going to do everything possible to make sure I save Aqua. And that's driven by the unhealthy dependency. It does make sense. And I'm not saying it doesn't make... I'm not saying that Akane... Well, yeah, I am kind of saying that Akane, that's not healthy. Aqua saved Akane from dying. I fully understand why Akane has that dependency. By the way, her dependency should be much stronger than Kana because Aqua saved her life. I understand that. It doesn't change the fact that that's why Akane does dumb things when it comes to Aqua, because she has this too strong of a sense of dependency. In Akane's mind, Akane, I promise you 1,000% would rather be a murderer and be in prison if it meant that nothing bad happens to Aqua and he could live his life. In some respects, that is admirable, but in other respects, that level of dependency that she has towards Aqua is not healthy, and it leads to these things. And sadly enough, Aqua is 100% wrong in everything that he has done, but because Akane likewise has done dumb stuff, Aqua's also not wrong in the context of this episode when he's just like, if I was honest with you and left you to your own devices, no, this probably was still happening anyway. Because you would do whatever it takes to make sure that I would be good. Like, these characters are killing me, guys. Nothing confirmed Akane would try something. I believe in her when she said she'd only use herself. I do not believe her whatsoever. And the reason why I think this is because Akane will meet Hikaru at some point and nothing that important happens. I hear that. Granted, given everything that's kind of happened, I think the equation changes. I think that in the context of this episode, when I see Akane looking at the TV, it's like, okay, Aqua, you decide to do things your way. Therefore, now I'm going to do things my way. Yeah, her then going with the with the white flowers, right, which is important, and then having the dagger in there, it is a horrible look. Akane, and that's why Aqua's calling her out. He's like, do not kid yourself. We know what was going to happen here. Like, it's over. Like, because you're going to do something, and I care too much about you to let this happen. Aqua would rather himself go down in fire than for something to happen to Kana and Akane. It just is what it is. And likewise for Akane, Akane would rather go down in fire than for Aqua something to happen to him. I think most people that decide to look at Akane like this are looking at her in a more unhinged way than she really is. She won't kill anyone. We know who dies is not by her hands. But James, I don't know if you're speaking from the context of having read the manga, therefore you know. Everything that you're looking at right now heavily suggests that yes, Akane was probably going to do something. Look at Akane in this episode. Akane literally looks unhinged. It's like I'm so frustrated with Aqua for causing this. And then I look at Akane, I'm like, Akane, all of you people need therapy. All of you people. Aqua needs therapy. Akane needs therapy. If I give it to you and accept this, does anyone really care if Hikaru died? But that's not the point. We're not saying that Hikaru shouldn't die. We're fine with that. The frustrating thing is the fact that Akane is putting herself willingly in danger and she was ready to go and kill them. Like, this show is not like a shonen whatever, so I take what happens in the show, at least to some degree, like it's real life because they present it that way. Is the reason I was mad at Kana and called Kana a fool because she was willing to almost let herself get abused sexually and put herself in a sexual relationship for favors. L for Kana. Akane is willing to murder somebody for the sake of Aqua. Aqua is literally bugging his girlfriend since season 1 of the series. Tracking her and bugging her, thus he knows about Hikaru. These people are unhinged. Nah, man, nah. And yes, Sarah, I do agree. If this is the way the anime is doing it, the reason why if something goes down later on, Akane in a for later meeting with Hikaru does not have the same motivation because this has essentially squashed it. I don't even want to think about it, man. This Aqua stuff is bad. This is so this is wow. Like Aqua's. I mean, I don't know if Aqua's trying to justify himself, but dang, that's such garbage. No, you people are trash. I wasn't even thinking about that. Oh my gosh. Wow. I's death stopped justifying things for me after this. Yeah. I have to agree, man. I don't think, I agree. It's like at some point, guys, y'all gotta just let it go. I know that sounds bad, and then people are gonna attack me and be like, what happened if your mother? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this nonsense. I'm not. I'm just not. If I find out that someone set up and killed my mother, at worst, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to confront the person who tried to kill my mother, and I'm going to try and fight them, and I will try to like that. I'm not doing this master plan. I'm not doing it. I'm not spending years of my life trying to figure out, I'm going to find the person who killed my mother. And I'm going to do all these other things that are also bad to other people because I need revenge. I'm going to find that person. I'm going to kill him. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. There is something wrong if you get to this point. There is something inherently wrong here. There's something wrong with Aqua. Aqua has problems. There's something, you know what? And I'll give Ruby a pass. I'm actually going to give Ruby a pass because Ruby hasn't been obsessed for all these years. The only reason Ruby finally broke is because Crow Girl came through and said this person took not only your mother, but also killed the love of your life. And Ruby was just like, nah, fam, this is it. But you know what's the crazy thing? And all of this, and I hear you guys, I'm saying all this is bad, right? I still do not hate Aqua. I cannot bring myself, because of what we know, I cannot bring myself to hate Aqua. I can judge his actions and simply say, bro, you need help. But I cannot bring myself to hate the man. Because at his core still in all of this, Aqua is not a bad person, but he is doing horrible things. Ruby is not a bad person, but Ruby is starting to do really manipulative, horrible things. And it's impacting other people. Yeah, on the scale of people, like Ruby, and I didn't joke, I was serious. Like Ruby is to blame in part, for this whole stuff that happened with Kana. In part, is what I'm trying to say. Ruby has more of a leg to stand on than most of these people. I agree, at least Ruby still cares. But James, you need to let go of other people. I am my own person on this one. I don't condemn Akane, and I do not condemn Aqua. There are people who are going to hate Aqua, and there are people who are going to hate Akane, and there are people who are going to hate Kana. No one in this story has done anything to where you can look and be like, I hate this person. I mean, yes, you can say that, but that's not me. I don't hate Aqua. I don't hate Kana. I don't hate Akane. I think the only person I really dislike currently is probably Ichigo and Hikaru. And I can't hate Ichigo either. I just think Ichigo's a loser who is a failure. No offense, Ichigo, but all the offense. I can hate Hikaru, and you know what? I can say I hate Hikaru because we don't know anything about Hikaru. So yes, I can say at this point probably I hate Hikaru because I don't know anything about him other than he murdered Ai and he's manipulating stuff. And I'm sure they'll give me something to where I'm going to eventually even be like, dang, you know, Hikaru's really bad, but. I hate this show, man. I hate this show. Oh, gosh. I mean, I love this show, but I hate this show at the same time. It's just like, I gotta go to work. This episode did not disappoint, but this episode also is a struggle. An absolute unmitigated. How long have I been recording for? 45 minutes? I can't. It's hard when I have characters, guys, that I like and they do stupid things. It's like it's like episode 5 I thought was the worst thing I'd have to endure in terms of stupid things. All three of the characters, including all of them, between Kana and then Aqua and Akane, every character I like keeps doing stupid things. And it's killing me. So enjoy while this is good. Well, here's the one thing I will say also. My hope is that I hope the anime really does take liberties. I really do. I really do. Nah, let Sarah cook. Sarah's cooking. Sarah's literally cooking. I hope the anime takes liberties and they improve the story. Because so far, at least we're at season 3, episode 7. Season 3 of Oshi no Ko has been on fire. This has been great. This has been so good. I'm here for it. Anyway, I'm going to calm down. Let me go back to work. Let me know your thoughts, everyone, in the comment section down below. 47 minutes later, still recording. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you like my content. It is greatly appreciated as always. And with that, I'm Leonard and I'm out. Peace, everyone. Have a nice day.